Sorry. Trying to finish this pickle real quick before the song ended. Couldn't finish it in time. Yeah. Yeah. So, it's been like a year plus since I last streamed, and I'm feeling a little nervous. I got a little bit of ring rust I'm willing to wager. So that's why I'm not going to be doing this alone. I'm going to be doing this with my good friend of many years who recently I realized like I didn't even know his like actual name. That's how good of friends we are.
Yeah.
Okay, let me see just your audio.
Oh,
How are you
am I too
feeling?
loud or what?
How you feeling, brother? How's things been?
The things besides the fucking power outage are going okay.
Well, everything's relative, man. Like you could have had a power outage and a maniac could have used the ensuing confusion to break into your home and murder you in your sleep.
Yeah.
It makes you feel better. And that could happen any
I
day.
mean, I mean, a power outage doesn't exactly stop my doors from locking. This isn't Star Trek yet.
It's never going to be Star Trek. Well, which
I
Star
know.
Trek?
The shitty new ones.
Okay. Oh, good. You better be glad.
Yeah.
It is a Mount Olive kosher baby dough pickle. That's my breakfast because I don't take care of myself. This is for people who aren't aware, and it's surprising that I even have to say it at this point. Fish stick on a stick. I've been on a few of his streams. He's been on a few of mine, and I get along with. I fancy him, even though he's a disgusting
Oh.
dinosaur lover.
Listen.
Okay,
Yeah.
you have to be honest with me then.
Okay.
Smash or pass on the
No.
a plesiosaur.
Okay, first of all, it's not even a dinosaur. Second of all, that is a fucking animal.
Well, you're not fun. Come on, you gotta give me some sound bites so I can use to like humiliate you later down the line. That's how it works, brother.
We'll get plenty of those. Don't worry. Also, is my mic better? Because I think I
Much,
was having some issues with it earlier.
much better. I thought that I just assumed that you were using a different device.
No. Yeah, because I had to restart my computer, and that means Discord is like, oh, default mic, which is not the mic I set to default, but some fucking garbage.
It's funny how this application is ran
I
by
love
people
technology.
people who literally have no lives and have nothing better to do than to like constantly revamp this thing. And they keep adding like superfluous bullshit like, hey, we add this one, you can add stickers now. Like, I don't give a fuck. Just make it so that my fucking mic automatically connects to the default setting.
Yeah, make it so that it automatically connects to the device I have set to the default device, which I named the good mic. Because apparently I got like my fucking webcam mic, I got my headset mic, all of these together, and it's just like I will pick the worst one every single time.
well,
That's what
that's
Discord is like.
well, that's what technology in general is like. As my
Yes.
good personal friend, may he rest in peace, Terry Davis said, geniuses value simplicity, only idiots value complexities. So modern
Yep.
day developers seem to like, if we make this as hard to wrap your head around and as complicated as possible, people will think that we really know what we're doing.
It's more complex. That must mean it's good.
So we kind of, I don't want to like keep you too long because for people who don't know, I don't know why you're not subscribed to Fish. He's infinitely more entertaining than I am, and he puts much more effort than I ever have in all of his videos.
In fairness, it is my job.
So he will be streaming on his. Well, it's not on his channel.
I'll be streaming on someone else's channel.
And I will link that in the description for people who are interested. I had to remind myself to do it because I remember some time ago I said I would do that and I never got around to it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to fucking post that link in the Discord stream announcements too.
So we are going to be today covering, because I was inspired to do this because I watched a stream with Michael Lawa, better known as Michael Lawa of the Michael Lawa channel, where he covers Michael Lawa.
Marbar.
He covered what do you call it, analog horror film made by Louis Lavog. I think that's how you pronounce his last name. It's been a while since I heard it. And
The
it's,
Great Linkara.
I see. No, we're not doing that. Look, no memes. We're not gonna look. It's very easy to like shit on Linkara. He seems like
Yes.
a thoroughly unlikable gentleman. Well, not seems like he does come off as like abrasive and combative and narcissistic to a fault. But I will be
Yes.
as respectful as possible because I want to cover this as objectively and as even-handedly as I can possibly manage.
Maybe you're giving Linkara a little bit too much credit.
I mean, look, because that's the one thing. Like, watching Jacob stream, like Jacob was more focused on like riffing the thing and it was entertaining. But there were like things I was hoping that you would like cover, like in terms of like how it's done. But it's like I get where he's coming from in the sense that are you really expecting me to like denote that much intelligence and like brain cells into analyzing the fucking analog like horror film?
It just sounds stupid when you say it out loud.
Fidel, actually, on my fellow creepypasta channel. Yes, I just do whatever I feel like, and most of the time that's nothing because I like barely touch this thing anymore. I don't really have an excuse. I'm just lazy. Like, see, Fish, you're a hard-working man. Let me just gas you up some more. You're a hard-working fellow, and like you actually have like obligations outside of streaming, and you still manage to like give your fans what they want. How do you do it? It's almost like,
I don't have any friends. I don't have an actual life.
Oh.
I never leave my apartment except to get food.
Wait, what about your internet friend me?
Oh, internet friends, yeah, I have, but that's because those are on the internet. If I had actual, like, real life obligations, I'd just like, nope, I don't have any real life friends.
Honestly, like the friendliest thing I could ever do, and I wish I had the money for it, I would rescue you from California. Oh, just send a chop. Like, apropos of nothing, I would give you no warning.
I've had multiple people offer to do that for me.
Like, it'll be completely out of nowhere. I'm not gonna give you a heads up. One day you're just gonna be like trying to like, okay, like, and you're just gonna hear a helicopter outside. You're gonna have to shut the stream. I'm like, what the fuck? And I will be like me in like a green beret head thing, and like, hey, get in. Like, should I like bring my phone? Get in now, or I will shoot.
And I wouldn't know what to do about that because I live in California.
Okay, so I'm not really sure how we're gonna make this work, because I guess when you feel like pausing, cause they can see my stream, but they can't see at what point you're at. So we're trying to synchronize and keep some level of coherency in this.
Mm-hmm.
So how much do you know about? I invited you specifically for two reasons. One, I'm not sure I could carry a stream on my own.
Understandable.
And two, I figured you would have some insight onto this particular, I guess, genre of video. Like it's like almost like a found footage type thing now.
Kind of, yeah. Like my first exposure to analog horror, I guess, was like Local 58, because that was the one that pretty much started the whole thing, and it's actually good.
Oh, is it?
Oh yeah, Local 58's great.
Oh sure, let me take this off screen. Sorry. Keep talking. I'm listening.
Yeah, like it's made by Chris Straub, and he made Candle Cove, so he actually knows what the fuck he's doing.
Oh wait, are you serious?
Yeah, no, Local 58 is Chris Straub.
Oh wow. I'm old.
That's why it's actually good.
Because I know that, like I told you, I'm into, like, I like the Walton Files. Like, I found that by complete accident, and what I really appreciate about that series was the more, is I don't really care about things like lore because I just don't give a fuck. But the sound design and like how crunchy the audio is and everything sounded so nice. And like I like
the presentation of it.
The presentation is phenomenal in that, and it's very. When I say the presentation, because like people look at it because like one of the ways that they animate the animatronics that they have in that, because it's FNAF inspired, but there's no actual characters or quote unquote characters from FNAF in that. It's basically like we liked the idea, and we're gonna do something similar. And the animatronics, like, it'll be live action, and it'll cut to these, like, I guess, like, South Park style, like, animated, like, paper cutouts. And, like, the way that it's edited makes it, like, look like there's a lighting going along them, and it doesn't look realistic. You know it's not realistic, but it works because like I don't know. It's like one of those things. What was it like? I always use this as a example, like Phantasm. Phantasm. I know a lot of people love that. It's a cult classic film. It's not very good. But when you watch it and I see like the behind the scenes, you're like, oh, I appreciate the creative steps that were taken to get the effects they wanted to make.
Mm.
And sometimes that appreciation goes a long way. Unless
I
you're
think especially
Linkara.
just because it is so easy to just like it's easy to do a really half-assed job with something like analog horror. Like you just put a fucking VHS filter over it, or you just Photoshop some spooky fucking face, and it's just like, yeah, you're good. You got a fucking million view series here.
Or you can just have scan lines
Yeah,
and mute the audio a little bit. What? Oh, Gemini. What was it? Gemini House Horror says. And
Gemini Home Entertainment.
never heard of that. I keep hearing like people talk about the Mandela catalog, and like I saw the face that everyone posts, and like, is that it?
All I can see when I see that fucking face is just like Germa
I
doing
knew
the
it.
sus among us
I knew
face.
it. I knew you were gonna say that, you fucker. We do not mention.
That's all I can
We
see.
do not mention my sleep paralysis demon on my stream. That man has haunted me ever since I discovered his existence. It's like finding out about the Candyman. Like I don't even like looking at mirrors no more.
Oh,
So yeah, we're gonna count down from 3, and on.
and then we'll start it off.
I'll try. And yeah, okay. So let me see.
Okay.
3. Oh, on 1. 3, 2, 1. Go. Oh, wait, that was. I didn't do that right. That's it on 1.
No, it's fine. It's fine. We clicked it at the same time. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, in January of 19 something. I can't read that fast, Lewis. I'm dumb. The most relevant recordings were assembled into what you're about to chronologically attempt to understand what happened in Fawn Circle. Okay.
From what I recall, it's basically
The
just the
time is now
disappearance of
12
Ashley,
a.m.
Kansas, except not as good.
K83FC now concludes its programming schedule.
The
Channel
atop the
83
fourth
will
wall
resume
logo
its
is kind of
broadcast
at the
at
bottom.
7
Is kind of like
Thank
detracting
you
a
for
little bit.
watching K83FC.
It does, doesn't it?
Channel 83. K83FC is owned and operated by the Spencer Sheridan Foundation, providing quality local television to Fawn Circle and neighboring cities in Redwood County, Minnesota since 1975. Our offices are
I don't like
located
that delivery.
2713 Pinewood Street in
That's
Fawn
a
Circle,
Linkara
Minnesota.
voice right there.
Postal code
1975.
56283. K83FC is empowered to transmit by the Federal Communications Commission, Washington, D.C. We hope you've enjoyed today's programming and that you'll join us again in the morning.
Why was that one line the only one that didn't like? It sounded very forced.
I don't know. Oh no, the end of broadcast day.
Oh no! We're
I'm quaking in my boots.
We're being invaded again. By the damn Americans. Wait, what country are we?
I think we're also America.
Oh. Well, we can invade each other. That's what the Civil War was about. And slavery.
The Falkland Islands is about.
So
It's basically Argentina just invading Argentina.
So why, what is this?
It's the end of broadcast day with a VHS filter over it. That's scary.
Oh my god. Oh no! Someone spilled Kool-Aid all over the snow. Alright. So... was that supposed to be like startling or unsettling?
I don't know. It was very just not well paced, I think.
But I think the mentality is that like those it was interspersed with like the actual events as they are going to unfold, or the end result, but it didn't quite click. Because I don't know why we're seeing this either. Well, you told me like when you say the end of broadcast television, can you explain? Okay, I'm just gonna pause right here. When you say the end of broadcast television, can you explain to me what exactly that is? Because you sound like it was like a term for something.
Oh, the end of broadcast day is something that they used to do before TV channels basically became like 24-hour runs. Like at the end of the broadcast day, then they just play like a little message, play the national anthem, and then the channel would turn off.
Oh.
So this is basically what that's replicating.
Wait, what did it happen around? Like, is this? I think it takes place.
This was
83.
Yeah, I think Toy Story 2 actually. There's a scene where, like when Al is falling asleep and Woody's trying to sneak out, like the end of broadcast day is playing there. So it went up for a while,
Oh, okay.
at least on certain channels.
But why would it be? Why would the footage from like the events of the winter of '83 like be intermixed with it?
Because it's paranormal and spooky.
I mean, it's not. My shining commentary right here. That's why I got to pay the big bucks.
It's not spooky. No, it wasn't. It's just like, oh no, there's some blood in the snow. But it's mixed in with the national anthem. That's not supposed to be right. It's mixed in with the end of the broadcast day. No, stop, please.
Also, word of advice, like I don't know what the people use. Like every time I see fake blood in like any like horror, like
It's too bright red. It's like it doesn't look right.
It's supposed to be like corn oil and something else, isn't it? Like you're supposed to mix it with something
like
else.
that, yeah.
It's been a while. Like it's been a long time since
It's been a while since I've made fake blood.
It's been a long time since I framed someone for murder. Yes,
Yeah.
He deserved it. To be fair, like that's what you get for cutting in line. I mean, granted, it was just two of us, and I had like 5 hours to spare. But still, like sometimes it's a matter of principle. Okay, let's continue.
Oh.
Or okay. My favorite president, that guy.
Who is that, Harry Truman?
I'm gonna say yes, because I don't remember. I wasn't born then.
I don't remember either.
I wasn't born then, dummy. How you expect me to know?
Oh, okay.
I wasn't there.
Can anybody hear me?
Oh my fucking god, this lady.
We need help down here. Please send somebody to rescue us. I'm begging you. We're in the basement of Scott's Manor. It's getting so cold down here.
Please, help us.
God.
They're going to bury us down here.
No. Doesn't matter. Don't think we're crazy. Look, we just please send help. We're in the basement of Scott's
They're
Manor.
going to freeze us to death.
The moment she came on the frame, I'm like, oh my god. I watched...
It was like a fucking Nostalgia Critic scat.
We talked about it before, I guess in private conversations, like, framing is very important when it comes to the language of cinema. And I think that's something that Linkara and, the Channel Awesome crew always struggled with, because...
No, they don't understand it. Because, like, all they have to do when they make their fucking videos is just, like, frame themselves perfectly in the center of the camera, and it's just like, yeah, I'm a filmmaker now.
Yeah, so she's, like, dead center, and, like... And it also doesn't help that the fucking video quality... That does not
It's
look
way
like,
too good.
It's way too clean, and you can tell that it's a edit that was made to try to, like, degrade it. And
yeah.
I guess someone will make the case like, well, this was a thing he made out for April Fools. Like, that's the joke.
That doesn't excuse your inability to buy a fucking analog camera. You know what I mean? It's analog horror. You can get an old cheap fucking camera. I saw like 15 of them when I was going down to the store the other day, like some antique shop. I saw loads of them.
But even then, the joke is not that he's making an intentionally bad analog horror film. The joke is that he released something that was entirely unexpected on April Fools when a normal video was expected. Like, the quality of the video is not the joke. It is to us, but it wasn't to him.
I think it's sort of a Schrodinger's sort of situation here, where it's like, if you told him, like, wow, this is some really cheesy poo-poo garbage, he's just like, oh, it's an April Fool's joke. And if you say, oh, wow, this is actually really fucking good, he'll say, thank you so much.
Well, yeah, that's the ego talking right there. And that actress specifically, like, the reason why I started laughing as soon as she came on screen, like, cause I'm very embarrassed to say I did watch the Atop the Fourth Wall movie.
How dare you?
And she stuck out because I'm assuming that's a friend or a relative of Linkara, but she can't act at all.
No.
Like, it is one of those things where, well, I don't know, we'll get into that. I have a specific point. I don't know if we're going to see anyone else on screen, so I'll just make it here. The Channel Awesome crew, and I count Linkara in that because I don't like him and he doesn't like when people do that. They have a habit of, because they're as you said, they're video reviewers. And one of the aspects that you kind of see with them a lot is that they make a lot of gestures with their hands, and that's the constant motion to keep like viewers' attention.
That was something Doug Walker did because like he was inspired by old Looney Tunes cartoons, and then everyone else just started copying him, and then they just thought that's the internet reviewer thing to do.
But at the very least, like I can understand the psychology of like trying to maintain interest when is mostly just a verbal thing that you're like, you want to make sure that people are actually paying attention to some degree when you cut back to the reviewer. But
I understand that.
But
like the way that Doug does it, so like
it's over the top.
The way he violently gesticulates. That's like he's trying to be like a human cartoon character.
And again, that's fine for this specific area, but when you're making a serious fucking thing like this, like,
when two people are begging for their lives as they're about to be buried in snow, it's just like maybe you don't do the Doug Walker thing.
Yeah, and I don't think it's intentional. Like it's one of those things where, excuse me.
Also, Vince, Jacob is saying that the stream is starting to see on screen is still there, or the text.
The what? Oh,
the text is still there. The stream has already started.
It will never end. It will never start.
Okay.
It hasn't started. We're just like, this is our rehearsal. How dare you?
All right.
Tell me. How dare you make me feel inadequate by pointing out that I'm doing things wrong? That's racist. Because I'm
That
black.
is racist.
The stream doesn't start until the next History of Power Rangers is posted, and that will come out.
It'll be out when it's out. We like that. We like a good work ethic.
Well, I forgot what point I was gonna make. Let's just continue.
Yeah, okay.
Fucking Jacob making me feel stupid because I do stupid things.
Yeah.
You do it too. Don't act like you don't.
I do lots of stupid things.
Bullying me on my own stream. I didn't forget that years ago.
Wait, when was that one?
Oh my god, it was the flag. Linkara, we know that you think the moon landing was fake.
Recording now.
Are you sure? I don't want it to be like last week where the cameraman forgot to turn the mic on, and we recorded an interview for half an hour before they noticed.
That's the performance you want to go with?
Levels and readings here.
Okay, but just leave the lens.
I have to choose my words very carefully.
I know what you want to say, don't say it.
Okay.
Telling you.
I know you well enough.
So, while we're recording the audio, might as well get some background first.
It's almost she's pinching her
Douglas,
nose.
how are you today?
Kind of, yeah.
I'm fine. So, tell me a little bit about Scott's Manor.
Well, Scott's Manor used to be the mayor's mansion back in the 60s, with the last occupant being Richard Scott. The place was closed for renovations in, I think 68 or so. And the city had a big budget crisis back then, and they decided to hold off on the renovations.
That is not a voice. That is not a put upon. That is a distinct, very serious accent.
It really just sounds like this sounds like me when I try to do my fake Minnesota accent. Like, oh, I would love to go down to Taco Bell and have some quesadillas.
Stories about the manor being haunted.
Well, before the research people moved in, we got the occasional call about seeing something weird or about kids breaking in and spray painting their gang tags or whatever. But we didn't really pay any mind to it. With the manor being closer to the farmlands, it's not like it was really bothering anyone.
There's something that really irks the fuck. Okay, shut up, Greg.
Like 20
talking.
minutes away from the town.
Well, that's one of the reasons why the renovations kept getting
Wait, is it
postponed.
racist that a black man tell a black man to shut up?
The mayor actually had to live closer to the center of town.
Okay, good.
And why are we going out to the manor today?
Oh, hey, now, you know the reasons even better than we
do. Can we
do.
pause?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you sounded so conflicted. Like, oh, do we have to? I was really compelled.
Yes, we were allowed to pause during this enthralling conversation.
I think the biggest issue I have with it is that the pace, like, it's really. I'm trying to be nice about it.
It's crawling, dude.
It's not even like. It's not even that. Like, I have an issue with the pacing of their verbiage. Like, I am very particular when it comes to dialogue and when it comes to spoken exchanges, when it comes to characters. This doesn't feel like a
It's
conversation.
got to sound natural. No, it really doesn't.
And also, like the
It,
verbiage of the
it
sheriff.
feels like dialogue.
The verbiage of the sheriff, it feels like this is something that was written down and that he read, if that makes sense. Like,
Yeah, like that. Like I'm saying, it sounds like dialogue.
Like I always think back to, and like I know people are kind of, it's a polarizing film, the original Blair Witch Project, like, but the one thing that you actually do tend to get from it is that these feel like people who are actually talking to each other, and like you may not like the characters or you may like what they say to each other or whatnot, but at least like these are two people having an argument. These are two people like having a discussion. These are two people who are frustrated and lost in the woods. Like these are
Like
these are like three people who are sitting in like their, not even a studio, they're like in their flats just reading on their webcam mics or something.
Yeah, it's like your job as a filmmaker is to like create the illusion that what your actors are doing is not just reading off of a script, and this has not done a great job at that. Because like the thing is, this is like no visuals. It's literally just these people's names on a fucking screen, so all you can hear are the voice performances, and that makes it stick out all that much more.
It also doesn't help that the guy who's voicing the sheriff, he does not, because you're putting a picture to the voice to try to, I guess, help illustrate.
Yeah, that was something else I noticed. Like that voice did not come out of that stern-looking man.
Like I can imagine, like, okay, like it's supposed to be, you're supposed to think elderly, like retired sheriff. Or like
I kind of picture like a big fat guy almost.
Like a dude with a mustache that like everyone thinks is a pedophile.
Yeah, he's
like,
got a mustache.
He's got a mustache, and people joke about being a pedophile, and it's really hurtful because he's actually a really nice guy.
Some nice people just have mustaches. Look at Ned Flanders.
Well, he did. I forgot. I'm trying to make a reference to something. I haven't seen The Simpsons in a long time.
That's okay.
I think Linkara is playing the sheriff. Like, are you sure about that? Because like he has a very distinct lisp.
I think Linkara is playing everyone in this scene.
That would be funny. Like now you got me thinking about him doing hand puppets into the microphone. Oh, what do you think about that, Sheriff? Oh well, how?
Oh, I think that's pretty interesting there.
I mean, he is from Minnesota. Like the accent itself isn't. Like I get where he's going for, but it sounds like it's still too pronounced. But then again, like again, a native Minnesota guy, you probably hear people talk like that all the time. He probably would know better than I would.
I feel like it'd be a better performance for like a cartoon character almost, where it's just like it is a bit more exaggerated, so it sticks out a bit more. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Let's continue and listen to their scintillating dialogue.
Yes, the
Yes.
signal hijacking.
Are there
Look, I like you
closed
guys
captions?
over at the Channel 83.
Oh God, are there
Alex and
please?
Detective
No.
is a fun little show I
Nope.
can watch with my kids, but it feels like these hijackings are happening daily now.
That's not entirely true. We had a week or two before the last one.
There's not much we can do about it, sadly. Transmitter's not that strong. The reason the call sign for the station has FC in it is because Fawn Circle is really the only town that gets the broadcast. So
Yeah, that's
the
Linkara.
station owner just figured to, lean into it.
And that means anyone with a stronger transmitter on the frequency can take over. And I wouldn't put it past some of those U of M kids being responsible.
Well, we can certainly look into it when we get there. If it is them, then maybe you guys can get back to normal.
As long as it lasts.
But I gotta give credit where credit's due.
True.
Like
Well, hang on
the
a
fact that I
second, what do you
didn't
mean
pick
by
up
that?
on that fact it was Linkara, that's something.
The station's not doing so well.
Problem with the station that barely reaches anybody. Maybe Chaska, on a good day,
Mhm.
that nobody watches. And the thing is, even if somehow the station does get a better transmitter and it can reach more people, likely will be shut down this year anyway.
This is not a good
don't
start to
know
the series.
that.
I'll say this right
There's a
now.
rumor going
No,
around
this
that the
is
FCC going
this
to
is not hitting
reassign
the ground
some
running. This is
TV,
hitting the ground like
particularly the high ones, to emergency
scraping
services.
along with your fingernails.
This is
Little
when
UHF stations like
I
ours
would
are
expect
going
the
to cut it
talking like
anymore,
sequence like this to
and will have
come
shut down.
like
Oh, sorry to
after
hear
the
that.
first,
Well,
like
until it actually
a little bit
happens.
before the
I'm
midway
not
point, if that
busy.
makes sense.
I
Mm.
haven't put 5 years into K83 just to see it go out like disco.
Well, you can get to it right now. We're coming up on the Manor.
Okay, Greg, switch it off and get it ready for...
Oh, sudden stop.
Ooh, spooky.
Oh my god. Again, it's like you said, like, it's not that hard to go find a cheap fucking DV camera. I can tell you're trying so hard to make this look like VHS footage, and it doesn't work.
It really doesn't.
You may not have noticed this, but your brain
Anyone
did.
home? Dr. Chandra.
Hello.
I thought they were renovating this place. It looks like
Hello.
decades. Greg, get
Oh,
some
the
more shots
animatronics get a
while
little
before
quirky at night,
makeup,
don't you know?
Already on it.
It would
I'm
help.
not sure what's going on myself. This place was not looking like this last week.
It would help if you
Oh,
actually
no,
like
obviously
yelled
got
instead
in.
of like
Yeah, it
pretending
looks like it got
to
in
yell
everywhere.
and adding an
They still
echo
had
effect.
intact doors and windows. They
Yeah.
finished that back in November. You'd have to break the whole
But then you'd have to
damn
actually
house
go
make a
inside
mess
this
like that.
spooky place, and no.
Vivian, are you talking about the Linkar's
Dr.
wife?
Chandra.
Is that her name?
Blizzard ran through the whole
I
place.
forgot.
Iron Liz, the great Iron Liz.
No, Iron
What
Liz
the hell happened here?
dumped him a while back.
Signal hijacking wasn't kidding.
But it's like this
Don't
black
get
lady that he's married to
However-
called Vivian.
Rhonda,
Oh yeah.
yes, Rick? Radio the station, get some more bodies out here to help search.
Need some more buddies out
Call
here.
Mercy General and tell
Boy,
them to have
howdy.
an ambulance on standby in case we need it. I'm gonna go check upstairs.
My favorite film is Fargo.
I'll come with you. Greg, keep getting those shots and yell if you find anything.
Got it.
Yeah, you can really tell they're not actually there.
Yeah. It's like that's kind of the weird thing, right? Is like recording with the microphones and everything. All that does is take away from the authenticity. And recording the audio on site would have been easier.
And it would have sounded better
that's
for
kind
what
of the
you're-
weird thing.
It's like you said, it would have sounded better for what they're going for. And
Yeah.
your
It would have sounded more authentic, and it would have been easier.
your fucking annoying ass like effect that you have right here is kind of taking away from the impact of what you're trying to do, because I can barely fucking make out what you're trying to show me.
Yeah, this is just a bunch of random garbage, basically.
And it sucks because I always love like cold, like emptied environments, like dilapidated environments. That's one of the reasons why I love the Blair Witch Project so much, especially like near the end.
Sheriff, I
We're
think I
like
found
exploring the
the basement.
house.
Viv?
Why do you sound panicked when nothing's happened?
No.
I can't see anything, Lewis.
Hey,
Yeah, I really. It's
someone down there?
You got attacked by
it was cold.
the cold, man. The Fawn Circle.
This is the power of my Stan
no.
White
Calling
album.
this meeting of the Fawn Circle City
Oh
Council
no,
for
I
January
forgot
4th,
about this. This is so
1983.
embarrassing.
Yes.
Roll call. Thank you, Eric.
These
It's
people
our
are
practice to
really
begin by
talking
reciting
right
the
now.
Pledge
This
of
is
Allegiance.
footage, don't you know?
Oh,
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the chambers of the Fawn Circle City Council.
God,
We have a lot of
Lewis,
business to
come
go over today,
on.
so I suppose we should just get right to it. The most urgent matter, of course, is the blizzard.
That
that's going
voice
to
is
hit our
coming
fine
from
little
that
city
man.
And the rest of the western part of
Yeah.
the state. The current weather forecast
I'm
says
definitely
we'll
not
have
trying
heavy
to
snowfall
decide whether or
tonight,
not this is
along with
AI
a storm in
generated.
the afternoon tomorrow for a couple hours, but then we're going
No,
to get hit
I
with
think
another
this
10 inches of
motherfucker
snow.
took actual footage
Now, we
and
put
like,
in a request to
if I
Minneapolis
fuck
to
up
send
the
us some
like the
additional
audio a
snowplows,
little
but
bit,
they
if I fuck with the
haven't gotten back to us
footage
yet.
and like
In
put
case
these
they don't
scan
send them,
lines and
let's get
everything
the word
on
out
it
to people.
enough
As
times.
long as I
Not
put so many
stop already
fucking scan
improved
lines
from
that
this
no one will
market
be able
show.
to see when
Have it
anyone's
all
mouth is
cleared away in a
moving,
day or two.
they'll believe that these people are actually fucking
Councilman
talking.
Burley, you said you had something you wanted
Also,
to bring up with this.
that voice is not
Mr.
coming
Mayor,
from that man.
I'd like
That
to make
man
a
looks
motion
like
to consider
he fought in
purchasing at
Nam and
least
he's like
2
enjoying his
snowplows.
pension.
Obviously,
Yeah.
we won't be able to use them for this blizzard, but the current plows are 15 years old and starting to get a bit sluggish. In fact, I suspect that day or two you mentioned maybe more
Again,
like 3
we talked
days,
about
given how
cadence
they
and
operated on the
delivery, and it's
storm
like,
a few weeks
in
ago.
fact,
Several
it doesn't
businesses
feel
along
like
Mendota
this guy's
Street
like
said
trying to
they
gather his
lost some
thoughts and
potential
like
Christmas
try
business
to
because of it.
make a
Do we have a second
presentation.
for that motion?
Second.
All right, Councilman Burley.
Is it
please
like
put
he's
together
looking
a
down at
full
his script to
proposal
see his
along with the
next line?
recommendation for where to buy them from, and we'll vote on it next week.
Will do.
Next on the agenda, a representative from the U of M campus was going to discuss
Oh,
the
God,
restoration
this is
work
so
at Scott's Manor
embarrassing.
and potentially request for funding and labor with the project.
It is not embarrassing that he
Is the
tried to pull
representative present?
that the idea of this of taking footage and like
If the
obscuring it
representative
enough
comes
to
in
where
later during the
it kind of
meetings, let
blurs the
them know if they can
line.
approach the podium and we'll
But
return to them.
this fails so hard,
Next,
and he
a
thought that this
representative
sound
from
looked good and
KEVFC
actually looked
wanted to speak
believable.
to us.
Hello, Mr. Mayor, Council, Aaron Frederick, the General Manager of K83FC.
The fucking moves from like Brother Bear.
Programming choices
He
and several
does.
other
Oh
duties
my
that
fucking god.
several years now, we have been privileged to operate the station.
Man,
Hey, there's a bear talking over there, you know.
83 out of Fawn Circle.
why is there no echo in this room?
Programs to the citizens of this city is
Why are you peeking your-
jobs to locals.
Why are you peeking the
From
microphone?
electricians to actors and our original programming to just simple janitors.
Why is that
Part
bear
of
over there
this
singing Phil
community.
Collins songs, eh?
Indeed, this very city council meeting is being
Well, this movie
broadcast
was
for
real
people to
good
watch
before
from
we showed
home,
up, eh?
so more people can be involved in decisions involving our fair city. However, things have not been going well for the station as of late.
Who did this
Syndication
voice?
packages
I
for
must
programming are
know.
becoming more expensive. We have
I need a
competition
name.
as more and more
Give
people
me a
embrace cable
name.
television,
I
and
bet it was also
advertisers
Link
are
Car.
not as interested in investing in ad space. What I'm here to request from you today is a stimulus into this part of the community.
Stimulus?
Some additional funds to help us through this rough patch as we adapt to changing standards in our industry.
There is no
Please stop
echo
it
in
for a
this
second
room.
there.
There's no sound
Mr.
of like
Frederick.
paper rustling from other
How
people
much
who
are you
aren't
asking
talking.
for exactly?
$75,000 over the next 3 months.
Well, he had to put so many fucking filters and effects over this shit that it's like, if he actually made believable
order.
audio, then it would have been basically completely fucking illegible.
Mr. Frederick, we are not
How,
Minneapolis.
how do you, there is
We're
no
not even
gavel.
Walmart.
Why
That
is
kind
it
of
put
money for
gavel
one
sound?
struggling business is
Yeah, there's not even one
acceptable.
next to him. What the fuck?
No, it's not. But we give back to the community in
Come
a lot of
on,
ways.
With all
man.
due respect, Mr. Frederick, I disagree with some of your assertions. You claim to be contributing to the community with your programming,
Well,
but
what-
my family watches Channel 83. Most of what you show there is stuff found in syndication that you
The-
can find elsewhere.
You're
Also,
trying
have
to
you
be-
been listening to anything they're saying? Do you have any idea what they're talking about?
I don't care. I'm just distracted by how
Frankly,
shitty
those
this
original
looks and
shows leave a lot
sounds.
to be desired. They're cheap looking. The educational
And this-
content for kids has been.
You're
well,
supposed to
long
go
and
for an
long time,
old
and frankly, I
Minnesota
know
man, and
several
you
local
go for
actors
Rod
refuse to
Serling. What
work
is
for you
wrong with you?
Because they're embarrassed to be a part of such terrible shows.
We've had to cut corners, and the stimulus could really...
And most especially,
Oh
Mr.
my-
Frederick,
That's
even
into
if we thought
the
the
scary
programming
killer.
was worth investing in, your
the pacing
station's
is- of the-
transmitter is
this
very
exchange
low
is
power,
very
and
bad,
as a
too.
result, you've
Oh,
had several
absolutely.
signal hijackings
Very
of
low
late.
power.
Some of it pretty disturbing and not at all appropriate for the children of this
Appropriate
community.
for the children of this
We have been
community.
investigating the hijacking, sir. And it should be noted, they always occurred late at night when kids should have been...
All I hear is the
Perhaps you want us to invest a not so insignificant amount of money into a
And
business
again,
like yours
the
that is not
footage you're
exactly
using,
proving
Louis,
itself to be worthy
actually have it
of
sync up
such
with
an
the
investment.
emotional tone that you're going for in the dialogue,
open
because
to
this
negotiating
guy
an
sounds really
investment. He's
animated,
curious
and
how
yet he's like
further
looking down, his hands are folded, he's not making eye contact. I shouldn't have to explain to someone who calls
I'm
himself a
not
filmmaker and
unreasonable.
brags about his
Make your
magnum
case
moments, a
and we'll
shitty ass
discuss it.
garbage
We can
atop
start
the
with
fourth wall
Mr.
movie.
Mayor, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I've just been informed that there have been some developments at
That is a
Scott's Manor, and
26-year-old
Sheriff
man
Douglas needs to speak
voicing
to
this
Yep.
guy. I know it.
My apologies, Mr. Frederick and everyone gathered today. It seems to me to
That
cut this
is a
meeting
voice
short.
of someone who
Mr.
plays
Frederick, we're holding
Fortnite
another
and
city council
slams
meeting on the
back
6th.
Monster.
We'll discuss your request again at that time.
Of course.
This
Of
meeting is
course.
now adjourned.
Oh, he's saying a stern right there.
Yes.
Goodness gracious. Great googly moogly, in
Darcy
fact.
Milbanks.
Yes?
I'm Carl Denby, the private investigator you contacted.
What?
You wanted to speak to me about...
Also, I think we mixed the
Yes,
spooky
thank
moment.
you for
We
coming.
missed it. Yeah, they
I'll
have
be with you just
embraced
a
us, and
moment.
so
I
will
just
you.
need to
We
shut down the
completely
camera
missed that.
feed and the audio
I.
recording, and
Who
I'll be right
cares?
All right. When you're ready.
I mean, there's something to be said about like one thing I really fucking hate about analog horror is when they telegraph this is supposed to be the spooky
You're
moment.
watching K83
And then
So
that-
like the fact that you can almost just like
Coming up
completely
next,
miss
it's
it there
the
is
Tuesday
like
night movie.
that's something.
1951 science fiction classic, The Thing from Another World. After that, Johnson Hughes investigates crimes across the universe in a double showing of Galaxy Detective.
Is that a real
And finally,
thing?
at midnight, K83FC
Galaxy
will be signing
Detective?
off for
Yeah.
the day. Stay tuned for more of the best
Let me
local
find
TV this side of the Mississippi.
No. There's a Tobot Galaxy Detective, which is some 2020 CGI anime looking thing
What?
for little babies.
Maybe that aired at that time. Who knows?
Alan, I love you.
What the fuck?
And I love this chance you're giving me.
What?
The air is just so much more crisp around this time, you know? Speaking of crisp, I love the sound of crunching snow beneath my feet. It's fun.
What? Why are you
I'm
talking like
serious,
this?
Alan. I absolutely love living where it's so cold.
Is this
I
for your
know.
podcast?
You'd rather be spending winters in Texas or Hawaii or something, so you don't have
This
to
does
deal with
sound.
the snow
This
and
is
the
as
ice
insipid
and
as
the
a Hollywood
freezing.
podcast.
But the air just seems so much fresher in winter. I love the tingles of a good shiver.
This sounds like that
You know,
fucking
winter
shitty ass
everything is after a
Patton
fresh
Oswalt and his
snowfall.
wife podcast.
It's breathtaking.
It really sounds like someone's fucking vlog
I
or
guess
something.
what I'm saying
Like,
is
oh my
that I'm
God.
glad you've let me be the one to capture all this for your B-roll, Alan. Since I know you're just going to remove
What?
this audio later when you cut together the footage,
Can we
I
pause?
just want you
As
to
you
know
both know, we're about to
that
remove the audio later. Yeah, I'm pausing.
So
I want to spend the rest of my life with
it's
you.
okay.
And
The
sharing
space
all
button
the-
means pause, motherfucker. Goddamn bitch. I don't know this person. They're probably the sweetest person in the world. I apologize. But you're friends with Link Cars. I doubt that. That's not nice. But yeah,
That's mean.
Again, we're going on about. I keep repeating this point, but your verbiage, your tone, and like, why are you doing? You also have to have some sort of narrative justification that's satisfactory as to why this person, apropos of nothing, decided to walk through the snow and like with a tape recorder and like pontificate about their life.
Yeah, just start expositing. I mean, narrating. I mean, just
Bloviating.
telling things that both of the characters already know.
You can't tell the audience how you feel. It makes me feel very upset. Okay.
You can't just have your characters explain how they're feeling. That makes me feel angry.
And the funny thing, you mentioned it before when we came to the, he could have just bought a used camera. Like, a lot of things that I think could have been done to enhance the realism of what we're seeing right now would have been a lot more cost effective than what he ended up doing, I think. Like, just exploring a dilapidated place.
That's the funny thing.
Like, if anyone, I think he's still I think he is still friends with like Phalis, and Phalis, I think, made a few videos of him just exploring like dilapidated like places. Like, you could have just said like, hey, can you go and get some footage for me? Like, if with like an old DV cam, which I'm pretty sure Phalis comes off like the kind of guy who would like have something like that offhand just because. I mean, maybe that's what he actually did. Like, I could be. Yeah, I don't know the behind the scenes on this shit.
Well, I know that a lot of it is way too digital looking to be analog.
I don't know why I felt like singing Virtual Insanity when you said that. JoJo Part 6, the best one.
Yeah. Wait, what?
It's got raining frogs.
It does have raining frogs.
And it's a weather phenomenon, don't you know? And also,
It is.
It turns people into snails.
No, that was a different one. That was the rainbows that turn people into snails.
Araki, do we need to talk? Are you feeling alright? Are you having trouble at home? Talk to me.
Are we gonna go again?
Okay, 3, 2, now. I'm making myself tea.
Wait, what is that over there?
What are you talking about? I can't see anything.
Alan? It looks
What
like the
is
area's
that?
been roped off because
She
of a
said looking at
pond
5
or
pixels
lake or
of white.
something, but
Why is she
I was here last
asking him a
week while you were
question when
visiting your parents.
he's not here?
There's no one here to
Yeah.
help off. What the hell?
What the hizek?
Alan, this area was closed
What
off
the
for me to
wiggity
film
wiggity
this.
what?
No one should be in the park right now, and it snowed last night.
Alan is not
but
here.
There are footprints.
Stop talking as if he's actually like can respond to you.
I honestly think she keeps doing that because otherwise it's just like, this is just exposition dialogue. We need an excuse for her to be talking to
Sorry.
herself.
The wind was just.
Well, you could have her just
Yeah.
yeah, we don't get snow
talking
like
about
this
how I love
too
the
often,
cold, but
or something like that. Something mundane.
felt like the wind chill was 80
It
below.
literally could just be as simple as, hey, she's talking to herself. She's kind of narrating.
Did you hear that? She's like, it feels like the wind chill is like 80 below. Like, who talks like this?
Look,
Minnesotans apparently
gotta go back
they're a
to the
different
car and
breed.
Warm up, but I want to see where these footprints lead.
Unlike the base Milwaukeeans, Red Letter Media heads stand up.
Yeah. Like when it actually focuses and you can see just like without all the filters over, it's just like, damn, that is some clean ass digital ass footage.
Oh.
Where did that?
The snowman.
Come on, man.
The name's Man. Snowman.
Oh, that's a face in this. That's supposed to be a face in the snow. I can't really see it that well because of your fucking layered effects.
It looked kind of like a beat.
Just the almighty beat is the answer to all riddles.
You are Rolf.
One day we will do that.
Netty ranking.
That I am actually excited for that.
Alan,
I think there's only like 3 episodes I can't remember on top of my head.
It's so cold. I'm numb. Spend the rest of your life in winter. I'm so cold. Shiver in all the empty. Share in all the empty. I'm so cold. I'm so cold.
I kind of like the
I'm so
concept, but
cold.
all I can hear is a
I'm
fucking
so cold.
YouTube poop.
Yeah, I'm trying to wonder like, okay, how would I go about like redoing that to make it a little, well, the thing,
A little spookier and a little less YouTube poop.
like again, it would help if she didn't like wasn't so verbose and like was constantly talking. So the few lines that you do get to like eventually equate to what she's saying actually like resonate with you more because it forms fuller sentences, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that was like 5 minutes of mindless rambling and then like one neat concept.
Jacob said this woman was 2 days away from retirement.
Important to go over this again. Don't you remember what I said yesterday?
There's always the
I think that's
And then at the end, she's just like, "Women is a trip, Uncle Funkle." Let me tell your boy something about women. Something about women.
I know what you're saying to me won't be exactly what you said yesterday, but
I think this Darcy is played by Obscurus Lupa.
Okay, I'll try.
Pause right. I just want to say one real quick thing about her, real quick.
Yes.
I've gone on record. I have not said nice things about Obscurus Lupa. I do not think that she's a good person. But the one thing that's been fairly consistent in a lot of stuff she's been in when at Channel Awesome, like she usually stands out as being I guess a more. You can tell she's more experienced than the rest when it comes to like acting. She comes off as more natural.
She was probably a theater kid, while the rest of them were just.
That is exactly it. That's right. That was the point I was trying to make. But I don't know. Like this sounds almost condescending. Like I'm just some schlub talking in my fucking apartment. You know what I mean? Like I have no experience in this, but I feel like that theater experience sometimes hinders her ability to perform and stuff like this. Because in theater, you're still you're playing it up to 11 to some degree. Because you're trying.
Yeah, because like you have to perform it for like the people in the back, you know.
Yeah, like you're trying to like, including your verbiage and your body language. Medium. Yeah, so people like is one of the reasons why people make fun of William Shatner in the way he performs and the way he like has it, because he was a theater guy, and like, a Shakespearean trained actor, and like, but people notice his affliction as he like when it came to the cinema and when it came to like television shows. Like, you could see that influence. And Lupa, I get the feeling that she's doing a decent job in this particular thing, but I can tell this is a performance. She is performing.
Yeah.
And that somewhat hinders the experience because this is supposed to feel like an actual conversation being had between real people. It doesn't help that the script is like very... like muddled.
It's so dry. Like, god damn, this is a dull script.
I think Linkara could probably like write an SCP, and I mean in the sense that because SCPs are like very straightforward and to the point, or at least they're supposed to be, like very biographical.
I don't know. I wouldn't even describe this as straightforward and to the point. It's very meandering.
True.
Just all over the place. Like it's dry, but it's also meandering and all over the place, which is like that's a bad combination.
Bioman says
like my eyes are just glazing over as I'm watching this shit.
It doesn't help that it's nothing really to like latch onto visually. Like like again, like I love tundra. I love snowy environments. Like especially in the horror context, like that feeling of isolation that you instinctively get when you see like a giant icy tundra and like you feel like no, if I were to die right here, no one can help me. And like I like that idea, but I can't really engage with that, and I can't really appreciate that if I can't fucking see what I'm supposed to be looking at.
Well, we need more VHS filters. We need more scan lines.
Yeah, you can use Sony Vegas. Good for you. Okay, continue.
I can.
I'm a videographer in Fawn Circle.
I mostly do work for City Hall, recording important meetings and putting together local PSAs and stuff.
Yeah, right now it sounds like she's like reading an audiobook, if that sounds right.
My brother
Yeah,
Steven was hired
that's a good way to
recently
put
do
it.
renovations at Scott's Manor.
I've always thought, like, I don't like Lupa, but again, the one thing I can give credit is that
exactly,
she has a good presence when it comes to her like voice. I like her voice.
Busy and prefers
She has a
to
good
just hang out
speaking
with his
voice, is what I'm trying to
girlfriend,
say.
Stephanie. You know, it's funny. I wonder if that's why he got together with her. The similar names and
She would make a good creepypasta reader, and I mean that unironically.
Right. Sorry. Anyway.
Stop bullshitting on Twitter and arguing about people like, I didn't know about what Juario did.
Graduated from college last year with a degree in carpentry, so this was his chance to finally get some decent paying work for his field. He's been doing it the last few months, but several days ago he went to work and then he just didn't come home. No one has seen him or his girlfriend since then. I tried to talk to the cops.
Michael Lawa, I
just think
see
he and
this or
Stephanie
Slender.
eloped. They had talked about it before, but I haven't been able to
God.
find her either.
Not even a debate for me.
Stephen may not
God, it's been ages since I watched Slender. At least Slender is a movie.
Our parents both died when we were teenagers. Stephen
You know
at
what?
17,
But
he was close enough to
it's
adulthood
like,
that he was given custody.
I don't know how to
of
put
me, and
this.
He was declared a legal adult.
That
Since
makes me
then,
more
he's
hate
had
it
a
more
tough time keeping a
because
job,
these
so
are a
he's
bunch
made
of
sure
people
to get
fucking
one so he can pay
around.
the bills. He would
Like
not
their
have just
internet
up
reviewer
and
trying to
left
do it
without
like
a
something on a
single
nothing
word.
budget.
And even then, he would have contacted
You can
me by now
somewhat
to let me
excuse
know
it for
he was
that
okay
reason.
and what was going on.
I mean, Slender was clearly on a nothing budget too.
$20 million.
Wait, what?
Hold on, let me
They
see.
don't have a working phone up
Wait,
there,
which
so
Slender
I
Man
had to
movie?
go in person.
The Slender,
Twice to see if anybody
the studio
knew anything,
release?
the
but
first one I reviewed that was really shitty and couldn't even get the rights to use Slender Man.
Oh, never mind then. I'm sorry. I thought you meant like the Slender Man movie.
No, not Sony Man.
Sony Man.
That's just what I call it because there's so fucking many. There's Slender. There's fucking a Marble Hornet story, whatever the fuck they called that, and then there's Slender Man.
I think they call him the operator in that one.
Where? And you didn't find him?
Yeah, but like still.
I was on my way to Scott's Manor.
Always watching a Marble Hornet story. That's what it's called.
Oh, right.
It's
on the side of a country road. It had been abandoned.
This isn't a movie. It's a stealing.
Just a lot of snow on the tires, probably from that storm the other day.
See, this is what they mean when they call movies the talkies.
Nothing else to indicate who it belonged to.
Why haven't you reported this to the cops yet?
That's the thing, Darcy. I did.
I really
Yeah,
do
that's a theater delivery.
Yeah, I really gotta give credit to her. Like, and again, it feels weird because I've been consistent on not liking her, but Lupa really is. This is beneath her.
That's saying
What the hell are we supposed to do now then?
I want you to keep trying to get in touch with the cops. Give them my number.
Godzilla -1 costs less to make than Sony Man. That's goddamn right. It might have even cost less than I purported. Like I said, 15 million. It might have even cost less than that. Oh, sorry. Something spooky happened. I wasn't paying
Is it
attention.
recording again now?
Yeah, it's the same thing that happened to our original interview. Must be something wrong with the tape recorder. Anyway, we're gonna get to the bottom of this. Don't worry.
God, I hope so.
Mm-hmm. That's cool.
Be careful out there.
The snow fucks with tape recorders.
It fucks with the electronic signal of the tape recorder, dummy. Don't you know things?
Yeah.
Coming up next is The Animators of Evil, a panel discussion about the apparent prevalence of Satanism in cartoons. Followed at 7
Hell
by
yeah.
Space 1999.
Space 1999.
At 8 o'clock, Yuck It Up with the Three Stooges.
Hell yeah!
And at 8:30, Barnaby.
Three Stooges!
Stay tuned for more of the best local TV.
Now, everyone listening here, you better put some fucking respect on my man Shem.
New savings at Sid's Electronics Boutique. We've got huge discounts on brand name electronics. This Panatronic twin tape boombox stereo is now only $109.95. But if you want something more portable, this
I will give him
Panatronic
credit. I
AM/FM
do
is
feel
only
nostalgic for seeing like old
$49.95.
like
The Sono 500 home
like
computer is
electronic
only
commercials.
$199.95.
You're playing with my
It comes
heartstrings,
a
Linkar, and I do not
built-in speech to
appreciate
read
it.
off what you wrote.
I feel like at least some research must have gone into like, oh
Oh
hey.
my god, look at that.
Boutique just off Highway 59 and Chip.
Oh my dude, pause. That's the worst in Photoshop. That's
Oh
awful.
my, wait, I'm just looking at that now, like, I feel like it's supposed to be, like it's supposed to be a little bit of the facade jutting out a little bit, but oh my god, it looks so bad.
That's...
It's not even at the right angle.
It doesn't help that I get the gut, like, you look at that and immediately, I get the feeling that, yeah, that's a modern building. I would not see that.
Yeah, that looks like a pharmacy or something.
That looks like, those doors look like one of them will open automatically.
Did they have those in the 80s?
No, I don't think, hold on, let me actually look that up. I might be wrong, but I'm fairly confident. Automatic Man. That's my favorite song. Automatic doors. Innovate. And when they are invented. Oh, wow. In 1931. Oh, never mind.
1931 they invented automatic doors?
Yeah,
Damn.
right?
That's way early. I would expect like earliest like the 50s maybe.
Well, it says right here, let me see. 1954. This is infinitely more interesting than what we were watching.
The history of the automatic door. Linkara, make an analog horror about that.
Just get your head. It's like a possessed evil door. Keep snapping people's necks off. Like, oh no, like, I managed to make, like, there's like a hope scene where someone managed to make it past the evil doors. It's like, oh no, my shoelaces are caught! Gets dragged to hell.
I've always been worried about that happening to be on like an escalator, right?
Everyone's
like
worried
my
about
shoelaces
that.
There's not my shoelaces just get sucked into the mechanism. It's just like, oh no, and then my fucking ankle just snaps.
Everyone is. If anyone ever tells you that they're not worried about that, they're lying. Also, it just reminded me of that Mitch Hedberg joke where it's like, escalators never break, they just become stairs. Why did you have to...
I think Bigfoot is blurry.
That's the problem. And that scares me even more, because that means there is a large, out-of-focus monster roaming the countryside.
Everybody run, he's all fuzzy.
If blurry Bigfoot showed up in this video, I would be very happy.
Yeah.
I gotta return.
Bois Road.
Your effects are not good,
right.
Lewis. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Alright.
Okay, we're at the white door. Someone's trying to open it with a key of some kind.
Ah, yes. The key.
Hey, Sid. Here we are.
Oh, no.
Door.
Is the man of the hour too sweet to be sour?
Doors you requested. Here's your sign. It's your door.
God, that's terrible.
About here. Just what, Sid?
Oh, that is exposition.
Really to prove I'm not a thief while handing me an expensive camera?
Hold on, let me.
The thefts suck, but this is ridiculous.
Hold on.
I'm standing out here in the freezing cold while a blizzard is going on just to prove I did lock up the store. If I took anything, I'm not likely to film myself doing it, am I? I just looked at all this. Nobody's around. Nobody's breaking in to do this at night.
Yeah, that effect looks terrible because you can tell it's like CGI'd in.
Yeah.
Like the camera movement is like, okay, everything's jittery here, and then you cut to the sign, and like it's like a very smooth motion.
The area is the same thing. The hell, why not just install some security cameras or something?
Yeah, it's not natural looking at all.
This sounds like Chris Chan. This sounds like a Chris Chan rant. I'm not saying that to be funny. It sounded like I can't believe this. Like it reminds me of when Chris Chan was like upset that he was being jokingly accused of killing Billy Mays. They actually thought I don't even know where he lives. Well, come on, guys.
There.
Oh, it's so.
Sure, I can't see you. Where are you? Help me with this.
Oh my God, man.
Stop cutting back to it.
Yeah, it's not. That's terrible. Why would you follow like an anomalous voice, in the fucking middle of winter when you can't see anyone? Like it sounds close by too, and it's a like open, like field that you can see.
It's hard to see through the snow.
It sounds just like Linkara. Not Linkara. Well, yes, it sounds just like Chris Chan.
It's like he didn't even bother to put on a voice or something. It's just like this is me. I am the Linkara.
Why would you stray?
It's me, the Lightbringer.
Why would you stray so far? Because you keep hearing someone repeat this one phrase over and over again. It's not. Help me with this. Help me with this. me with this? No change in the
Yo,
tone?
G, can you make me a sandwich? No!
The mysterious voice sounds like Chris Boris. What is this, analog horror or a test of patience?
Are there any spooks? Monsters? Goblins? Creatures?
Where the hell are you?
This is supposed to call Winter of 83, not Jungle Improvement.
This way, though.
Why did you go all the way out there, like...
Where is Sid's? Cut back to the sign, please.
Again, it doesn't... I'm not complaining that someone got overly curious and, like, walked into their doom. I'm complaining that this doesn't make sense even by that context.
Thanks for the help, bud.
Oh no, the snowman.
He got hit by a snowman until he died from his death injuries.
It's a new year, and that means new savings.
I think I'm a little ahead of you. Like, what time are you at? I'm gonna pause right now.
Oh, I'm at 30:15.
Okay, when you're at 33, we'll sync back up. Just tell me.
Oh, damn.
He got murdered to death by Iceman. I hope they don't...
I saw.
I feel bad because, like, I know that term's considered dated now.
Alright, go.
For, you know, people of snow, as they like to be called now.
VHS camera recorder and player is only $699, down from $899 originally.
Yeah, and it costs nothing now, and you could use that to make a more realistic analog for a horror film, Lewis.
It's only $39.95. Or if you and your kids are stuck inside this winter, how about
Did you start up again?
TV
Yeah.
video sports game 10
Okay, just
for
a second.
only $89.95. Video games, telephones,
This is a
and
sign
cameras,
again.
Only the best.
Stop cutting back to it.
I bet that's a really cool Costco's, Lewis. Probably really friendly people there.
Oh, good. More fucking voices.
Oh, no.
January 6th, 1983. Update on previous recording. Darcy Milbanks failed to make contact with the police yesterday, and I failed to reach Scott's Manor due to the snowstorm. As the storm cleared today, I did make it to the police station and made contact with a Deputy Blair, the only person at the station.
Again,
I
this,
was able to tell him the basics of my
you
investigation.
would make a
but
very
was
good
preoccupied
creepypasta
by missing
narrator,
police
and
officers.
nothing else.
I admit trepidation on that topic myself. However, the
I
missing
mean,
sheriff
literally
and his
nothing
staff are
else.
not
If someone
my
put that on your
concern at all.
resume, like, no, we will not hire you. This is what you're meant to
Darcy
do.
Milbanks hired me to find
I
her
mean,
mother,
hey,
and
look
that's
at the
what I
fucking
intended
track
doing.
record for a lot of
Currently
creepypasta
en route to
narrators.
Scott's Manor.
Well,
I
you
wouldn't
know-
hire one.
Someone there will be able to
Well,
provide
I
me
feel
with some
bad for saying that. I apologize. This guy's probably a law-abiding citizen.
January 6th, Illinois. I have arrived at Scott's Manor.
We are sure you have never
I've
groomed
discovered
any
what
children,
happened to
guy
all
who
the
voiced
police.
this.
They're all here. Or at least they were here. There are 8 police cars and several other nondescript vehicles located outside
The
of Scott's
wind-blowing
Manor.
ambience sounds
Tried
off to
calling
me
up
for
see
some
if anyone's
reason.
around, but there's been no
It sounds like a stock effect.
I know it's a stock effect. It's like how it's integrated with the audio. It feels two separate things.
Several footprints in the snow from various
Like if you were playing this in the background while he was talking, I think it would sound more natural. If that makes sense.
I've located at least 2 revolvers, both empty. I've found some shredded, bloody clothing, though whether that clothing belonged to a police officer, I can't say.
Man, it would have been cool to see any of this.
Not on anyone, just some oily rags that look like blood.
Kind of feels like.
But given the current
What was it that I watched? I said like it felt like a lot more. But that Pokemon theory thing where I said like you're describing a more interesting story than we're reading.
The only area I have yet to explore is the basement. Heading down now.
For those who don't remember what that is, that was the story where they tried to argue that James was just linked in homosexuality.
Oh my god, I forgot about that.
This basement is strange. The rest of Scott's Manor is still a decrepit, half-destroyed building, but down here, well...
Panther Eye, look up Otis Diary. I really like his narrations if you want a non-degenerate, like, old-school narrator type.
The snow's gotten down.
If he still does stuff, I haven't seen him in a while.
This place is like a laboratory or something, and it's in much better shape than what's above. What the hell was this? A bomb shelter?
What was this? A bomb shelter?
I don't even know
Some
what
sort of underground vault?
Again, like,
what is all
pacing of your dialogue, especially when it comes to like found footage type stuff, is very important. Like I
And
want
again,
to.
especially when it's literally the only thing you can just... if it's all you got going for you, if you don't have any visuals accompanying it, Then fuck, dude. At least make the voice performance like really quality.
Well, not even that. Like it's also a matter of like how you space out your dialogue. 'Cause it would be realistic if there were like some periods of silence as he's like walking around just examining things. And like, but he won't stop talking. And I get it.
Well,
like,
see, like, because if there were periods of silence, then that would be boring. Well, more boring. So it's almost like this really should have had video accompaniment or something.
I don't know if he could manage that because, again, I don't know. I'm gonna be generous and assume like this was genuinely just something that they did for fun. So, how labor intensive would you want it to be? Like, how much work would you put into something that's supposed to just be a throwaway joke?
Micro cassette tapes. They should work on my tape recorder.
A throwaway joke that you will very happily accept any legitimate praise for, of course.
True.
Should have brought my own bag, but how the hell was I supposed to know I'd need it?
Again, it feels like this is not dialogue. This is just someone like writing their thoughts.
Is this pay dirt?
Send your pillow as a Mandela catalog parody. I need to find that.
Looks like it's from Channel 83. What the hell is this doing here?
That's on
I'll
your
try to
goddamn
track down and get
business.
some answers. Battery's dead. Charging cable and a spare battery. Okay, perfect. I'll take these with me.
Hello?
Hello?
Please help me!
Hello? I'm coming!
Oh God! Please help me!
It's okay, man. It's okay.
Why does the other guy sound so much closer than the guy whose tape recorder this is?
Because he set the tape recorder down on the ground and it happened to be by that guy, dummy.
I'm buried in the snow.
God.
Don't worry. I'll carry you up, man. Oh my God. Man. Your legs.
Oh God.
Your legs.
They're gone, aren't they?
SpongeBob, my legs are frozen solid. You'll have to cut them off with a saw. No, Patrick, I can't do that. Why not? Because I've already cut off my own arms.
No!
Hey, can you help me with this?
Hey! Come over here and help me with him, man! I need to get him to my car outside!
Look, I know you can't scream as loud as you like because you live near neighbors and whatnot, but come on, man.
Your sister hired me to find you.
Drive out to an abandoned area and yell as much as you want so you can have, like, eclectic audio.
Yeah.
It's not him!
There's lots of open areas in Minnesota.
No, I got him!
People might just think you're a mountain lion.
Here, warn everyone! They're in the snow! They're in the damn snow!
He's in the walls. He's in the goddamn walls!
Beautiful.
Goodness
I mean,
gracious.
I guess that was more action than what we were seeing before.
Hey, it was something, I guess.
Calling
that
this
seems
meeting
to
of
be
the
the
Fawn
pattern
Circle
here,
to
just like
January 6th, 1983 to
it's
order.
like 5
For the
minutes of
sake
fucking
brevity,
nothing,
I am
and then at the
waiving the roll
last couple
call
of
and the Pledge
seconds
of
you actually
Allegiance
get
so that we can
something.
complete the
Isn't that
meeting
what
as soon
analog
as
horror is all
possible.
about, though?
According to what I can see,
I
all
guess
council
so,
members
huh?
are
Analog
present.
horror was the friends we
Have a
made
second
along the
council
way.
member confirm this.
Yeah.
Second.
City clerk, please make a note of it.
I hate these
We
segments.
all
I'm
would
not
like to
even
get out
kidding.
of here
These
as soon
segments
as
piss me
possible
off.
before the storm hits. As such, I am striking items 7, 9, and 10 from the agenda to instead be discussed at our next
Like, if
meeting on
anything,
Tuesday,
if you
January
can't get good
11th.
footage for this, this
We
is the
should be
part that should have
discussing
been
the funding for
fucking, like, just
repavement of
voiceover
Mandota
only,
Street
right?
This summer, the report
Right,
on how
it's-
the new after-school sports program is proceeding, and the petition to open a Kmart store and the vacancy.
It
next
pisses
to
me
Sid's
off because it's
Electronics
not
Boutique
well
on
done.
Chippewa Road. Any
But it
opposed
takes
to
up
this
so much
postponement?
time.
Also, it gives me a fucking headache
We
watching
will
it.
discuss these topics on the 11th. Let's move into the agenda. First and foremost, Minneapolis
Why
sadly
is
denied
there?
our request for
Why
additional
doesn't
snowplows.
their
We will keep
their
them on
microphone
hand in
sound
case the
muffled
blizzard
when they're in an
turns and hits
open
them,
area?
but as soon as the storm is
The
clear,
point of
they'll
those
send them out
fucking
to help with the
microphones,
cleanup.
Lewis,
Preparations
is that
will be made to
they are
prioritize
set up
emergency
to
services
like
to
a
be
PR
plowed
system,
first, the hospital,
like
fire
a
station, that
stereo
sort of thing.
system, so
We'd like to
everyone in the room
coordinate
can hear them.
with
So there's a
police on this,
natural
apparently somebody
echo that you're
decided not
gonna
to pay the
hear.
phone bill because there's still no word from them.
and yet it sounds muffled as if it was not meant to be heard by anyone else in the room.
After the conclusion of this meeting, I'm going to head over
Vince.
to the station to find out what's going
It's
on
old.
with them. The police aren't here to conduct their duties. We should just
That means it has to sound bad, and if it sounds bad, that means it's scary.
From Channel
Fucking
83
hell,
to address
brother.
us again and update us about the signal interruptions.
I'm surrounded by fuckboys
Hello,
and femboys
Mr.
and
Mayor,
idiots.
Councilman, I'm Melinda Norbeck, the creative director
I will never
of
be alone
KFBFC.
again. Cool.
I know Darren was supposed to speak to you today, but he was sadly...
Oh, come on.
I've been asked to speak on behalf of the station instead.
That's supposed to be scary.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
That was goofy.
I wanted to take this opportunity to explain to you all why we've been having so many problems with the signal hijackings.
Like, you remember,
For instance,
like, before that I sent you a video of, like, the testing footage, like, the FNAF thing? Like, one of the things I actually liked about that, because you didn't like the face at the end, and I get that.
It's reviewed by our
But
editors and
one nice touch is
to
that
ensure that it complies with
after
state and
the
federal
jump scare
guidelines for
thing,
transmission.
like, you see, like, a
Now,
face coming in from the background.
hijackings occur because
I also
somehow
noticed that.
It's not pronounced, it's not announced, it doesn't, like, and it happens just before the jump scare actually happens.
since the late shift at the station has so few personnel.
But then you have this, or it's
Darren
like,
appeared before
big
you,
text on the bottom screen, like, oh, it's sideways and, like, cropped off now.
And we've continued to have more personnel
Oh no,
on
it's
hand to watch what
diagonal.
happens and do something
Like
about
that,
it.
like too many cooks when they're like, their word bars get taken over by the people.
For a few minutes, given it's so
The
late at
walls you
night.
erect,
And
what?
that's what I was getting to,
It said the walls
Councilman.
you erect cannot keep you in or
Just shut
something.
off our broadcast because they're still broadcasting their transmission at the same frequency. We have to stop it by increasing power on our
Again,
own, which is more
Lewis,
expensive.
don't use this
Hence
fucking
one of the
footage
reasons
because
for
these
our
hand
stimulus
gestures
And we'll
do
discuss
not
that more in a
denote the
minute.
tone that this one, the performer is going for.
This is
Also,
where
it just
gets
looks bad.
Strange, Mr. Mayor. As I said, we had several producers
Well,
on
maybe
hand
stop
to
making
observe
videos
the
entirely. Go
hijacking in
starve to
progress,
death.
just in case someone at the station was helping them or anything.
That more, only
When the
then I'll
hijacking
forgive you,
occurred,
Lewis.
We quickly got to work
If
boosting
you go
power
homeless,
enough to
then
override
maybe
their
I'll
signal.
talk to you again.
However,
Oh.
when we reviewed the tape of the material we were supposed to broadcast during that time, we discovered something
Does he have kids? I forgot.
odd.
Define odd.
I don't think he does.
I have no idea.
Transmission the hijacker sent somehow replaced the material on that tape. And before you ask, no, nobody was recording the hijacking on it. The material of the hijacking somehow put itself into the tape on its own.
It sounds to me like you have a practical joker at your station, Ms. Norvik.
I'm telling
We
you,
could have been
council
watching
member,
the fucking Jurassic
there's
Park
something
analog horror.
strange about all this. I personally was the one who
We'll cover that
inserted
another
You've
time.
seen one, you've seen them all, Vince.
Nobody hit record. The tape was just
Well, that's right about Jurassic Park movies, yeah, right.
somehow.
Rather than
You've
worrying
seen the
about
one,
ghosts,
the singular
let's go back
Jurassic
to the
Park
issue
movie.
of
That's all you need to
stimulus
see.
funding. Quite
Yep.
frankly,
Don't see
even
any
if
of the
we
other
were to
ones.
consider this $75,000 over 3 months is.
If you're bored and drunk, maybe see
If you want to
3.
proceed forward, you'll have to be a little more realistic in your.
Oh,
Gas.
It phased out.
Please, everyone, remain calm. It seems we might be ending things.
Oh,
a little
that was
early
supposed to be a
today. The power
blackout?
is out.
Yes.
Oh, God, it's so
What?
bad.
What is it?
The snow. Look.
How was the snow covering the doors like that?
This
The blizzard only started a few
Have you
minutes
ever
ago.
listening? Oh, no escape! Oh no!
No escape. That sounds pretty menacing.
No escapes. What's her name from The Incredibles? No
Calm down,
escapes.
everyone. Calm down. We'll call 911 to
If
help
Edna
address
mode was
Dark digging out of
Spanish.
here. Darcy, shut
Y
off
no
the equipment and call
escapes.
the police.
Español.
Right.
Por favor. So, what was I gonna say? Go talk about something.
January 6th supplemental. I finally
Jurassic
made it back to
Park?
my office.
Not Jurassic Park. It was. The lights went out. I started laughing. It
It's been
It melted your brain.
2 hours.
was like a that. No escape. Like goes like a flashbang to my brain.
Stephen Milbanks. The blizzard hit earlier than anticipated.
Why not just? No. Have you ever listened to the radio? It was like radio adaptations from the Twilight Zone.
I have not.
Some of them are really, like pretty good, and some of them I actually enjoy a little bit more than the actual episodes that they were adapting. But the way that they're delivering a lot of their dialogue in these like segments, it kind of reads off of like it's very forced. And it doesn't help that they're trying to translate what we visually have seen from the episode into something that you can like actually listen to. Like, oh, for some reason we have to describe this thing that we all can see very clearly.
Milbanks, but I only got her answering machine. I told her to meet with me or to contact me as soon as possible.
This guy could be really good if he had some like actual solid voice direction. That sounds
or if I gave a shit about anything he was talking about.
That sounded very condescending, and I don't care because I don't know this person. He probably wouldn't like me anyway.
I need to tell her that. Nothing against this voice actor, just the directing and the writing is just.
It's funny, I said that about Lupa too, is like, because someone asked me one day, like, you talk so much shit about Lupa, how do you think Fails will fail and you like him? Like, I would hope he hates me, because that's his wife. Like, yeah, I like him, but like, you know what I mean? Like, don't stop loving your wife because some dickhead stranger on the internet hates her.
Curb your tongue. That's my lady.
The man who recorded tapes have been identified as Dr. Robert Chandler. Oh my goodness, I knew it was a crossover.
September 14th, 1982.
Oh, this
Dr.
guy.
Chandra reporting. Serial number 9X47.
I know this voice.
Project Freezing Rain, Entry 2.
Whose voice is this?
We've been setting up the lab facilities under Scott's Manor for 3 days. Dr. Matthews says that he'll have the special.
He's in one of the fucking Nostalgia Critic movies. I fucking know it.
Tank has been completed. The life forms that we've recovered. Well,
It's not Brad. I know it's not CinemaSog because they had a falling
No,
out.
it's not Brad, but it has a similar cadence.
Given that growth rate, we hope to have something to report within the next.
You can't make Killer Snowman scary. Like, I
December
think
17th, 1982. Dr. Chandra
I subscribe to the idea that there are no such thing as bad tropes, just bad writers.
Entry 39. Finally, I have something of interest to report. I am proud to announce that we have made contact with the life form. The method of contact
The life
is
form.
admittedly a
The
strain
life
on the life
force.
form, so we have been unable to maintain
The light
conversations for more than
bringer.
a minute or so at a time.
There he is. There he is. Get him out of here. Get him out of
They
here.
discerned our alphabet and language, though I'd say it's probably at a K1 and K2 level at the
Flick
moment.
Cards gets the shit kicked out of him by MAGA wearing snowman.
Into the incubation chamber and use the text-to-speak functions to hold
I
contact.
promise.
Don't give him his jacket. Throw him out in the cold.
Hit the call. Bring him to us.
This was the first transmission we got from them.
Oh god.
Oh,
damn.
come on. Give me a fucking break.
I love Faith too, Lewis. Faith is a really good series of games.
Ah. Scary loud noise.
I didn't jump. That's weird. Like, I'm actually surprised that that didn't get... I was not paying attention either. The sudden loud noise in my ears didn't even make me blink.
Nope.
And at midnight, we close up shop with the end of our broadcast.
Let me
day.
drink my tea, you know.
Stay tuned for more of the best local TV this side of the Mississippi.
Ah, put too much sugar in it.
Oh no.
Medicine Lakes?
Oh my god.
Metacinema?
Oh, so this one's the Gemini Home Entertainment ripoff.
Oh. This winter, what can you do at the Medicine Lakes? You can do ice fishing.
Ice fishing.
Have you gone fishing before?
A couple times. I never actually caught anything.
Ice fishing sounds like it would be more entertaining for some reason. Maybe because I'm in a different environment.
Aurora Borealis.
At this time of day?
Yes.
Search for Stephen Milbanks. Oh, cool. That's my favorite winter activity.
Oh, yeah, the music cuts out when it's sinister. My favorite. My favorite analog horror trope.
Bleed.
Tell me, do you bleed? You will.
Before you answer, just know I don't give a fuck. Inside that bag are all the fucks I give. Yeah, if it sounds weird, but like that bleed thing, like wouldn't it have been a little bit more ominous if it was all lowercase when everything else was like capitalized properly?
I don't fucking know, man. I was like looking out the window during that last slide, and it was just like, ooh, maybe there's something. Is there gonna be something spooky out there? No,
Yeah,
nothing.
there's
Okay.
more red paint on the snow.
Something, man. The economy. That.
Oh no, it's inflating.
It used to be so much better in the 80s.
Reagan,
You knew,
help
Lewis,
us.
you knew.
Help us, Mr. Reagan.
The embrace.
You can't do that in this time. Look, man, we're 20 something, all right? Okay? You can't embrace people without their consent. Okay. That's a pretty neat thing right there. Like, to see him, like, the fade in from the green, that conceptually is pretty cool.
That's not bad.
Our old home. Education, patience, adapting, a start language opportunity. No! No, man, come on!
Spooky, scary skeletons.
I'm gonna tell you only one more time, Lupa. Pour the fucking macaroni on the goddamn skeleton. We need more SpaghettiOs for the blood. Pour more Szechuan sauce on it.
Oh my god.
Damn, man.
All right, everyone. Please take your seats.
Oh no.
Oh,
no
good,
more,
another
please.
one.
Good news.
What do
and
I
bad
do?
news.
Okay, listen, this one's just audio.
The immediate
Okay,
good
good.
news, as you can tell, is that we've got the emergency generator working, so we have heat in the building.
Why did he
That being
stop?
said, I'm asking you to limit
I
your
mean, I'm
movement for the
glad,
time
but
being
still.
to this room and the restrooms.
Or
We don't know
maybe
how long we're going to be
the
here, and
implication
we
is
need to
that
conserve
some, I
energy.
don't know.
We have food and
I don't know, I
supplies
don't
for a few
care.
days, but hopefully it won't come to that. We managed to get in touch with Minneapolis and a few other neighboring towns and have informed them of our situation. They're going to try to get out of here as soon as possible, but the lizard's hitting them just as hard as it's hit us.
I heard that as the lizard.
The city snowplows.
The city
Easy there.
snowplows.
Snowplows are in the same predicament, trying to clear paths in
Call
order to get to
Mr.
us.
Plow.
They should be able
That's
to
my
be in the
name.
next
That
few
name
hours,
again
but
is
that brings us
Mr.
to our
Plow.
first bit of bad news.
A stupid fake jingle from like a
Councilmember Billick.
random
Thank you,
throwaway
Mr.
episode
Mayor.
of your show
We've been
years
trying to
ago
dig our
is
way
more
out of here
memorable
through
and
one of the
more
back doors, but
catchy
it's
than
very
anything
clear
you've
that it
done
doesn't
in the
matter where
last
we
few
try to
decades. Thank you, Simpsons.
We're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
The building and the parking lot are almost completely covered in snow. There's still plenty of ventilation. I'm sorry. Our
That was
cars
Mars
are
Girl.
completely buried. I'm sorry, but I can't say. It's
Hold on,
very
pause.
possible that they may never run again.
I must play this since we heard Mars Girl's voice.
You guys have never stared into the face of an angry god as it laughs at how small you are, and then you stare right back at it and
It really
make
is
it
dull.
blink.
It's just like these people are trapped inside of a fucking building.
I didn't see that. I played the Mars Girl and then you froze clip.
And then you froze.
Best actors. My friends are good actors. We're better than Doug. Let's show them what's really hood.
Rest assured, we will do
'Cause,
everything in our power
go
to
back,
help you if your cars were damaged by this storm.
Because if I learned anything from Mr. Lovog is that if I can enunciate and scream and gesture enough, melodrama makes for good
Fortunately,
drama.
Ms. Norvik from Channel 83 has gotten in touch with her station and helped
Nigga
her.
can't
we
act.
going again?
Definitely.
Yeah, we're going. So,
coming.
also, I'm at 52:22.
Oh shit.
Where are you?
Give me a second. I'll catch up. But yeah, these people are like trapped inside of a fucking building together, like gonna freeze to death, surrounded by snow. It's just like I want to fall asleep right now.
I love how.
Okay, go.
What did I chide?
Station has a snow
Like I
cloud
chided
used for clearing out
Jacob for
station
like,
parking lot.
man, you
And it's on its way
should have been
now.
more serious
In
and
the
paying more
meantime, we're still
attention.
transmitting
And
You shouldn't have
now-
skipped all the
audio to
boring
conserve-
garbage.
Now I get
They'll be
it. This is
surprised
so
at our
fucking
situation.
dull, man.
Thank Channel 83 for this generous help. Rest assured, when this crisis is over, we'll be most grateful, but we can discuss that later. In the meantime, we need to keep ourselves occupied, try to pass the time,
Real
and
talk.
stay warm. We'll be distributing blankets and...
When it comes to, oh, I'm sorry. I'll ask my question later.
My God, Deputy Blair.
Oh my God.
Give him some room. Give him some room.
Blanket on him. He looks like he's frozen.
And then he froze.
you okay? What the hell happened?
Give him some room! Give him some room! He didn't start panning until he's like, oh, it's my cue.
Window. Managed to get it open. Came down here looking for help.
We've been trying to get in touch with the police department for days. Where the hell is everyone?
What the fuck is that voice? Excuse you.
Where have they been? Where have you told them?
That was days ago.
They never came back. Their cars are still fucking out there.
Oh my God, he said a cuss word.
Badge in a snowbank covered in blood. You fucking sent them out there to die.
Oh my God.
I did. I sent them to investigate it. That's all. I need them to find the
No.
The city needs the funds from that operation.
Needs the funds.
You know what was happening out there? Do you know what happened to my brother?
If he was out there, then he's dead. They're all dead.
You don't know that. Where is he, Mayor?
No, I know they're all dead. Do you know why I came here? Because I was chased. There were things out there. Things made of snow.
Oh my God, it's exactly like his fucking Linkara movie delivery.
Chased me until I got here.
Do you think he's like making big gestures when no one can see him?
Are you insane? What the hell are you talking about?
Those things were in Scott's Manor. They'll be coming in here soon if we don't.
Oh my God, the things.
Steven, you're
I'm not kidding. When you said that, I thought that was an actual line from the pig.
I'm so happy to see you. Where have you been? I've been so worried.
Don't! This is Manor now!
Steven, I missed you. Steven, say something.
What's that droning supposed to be?
Can you help me with this?
I don't know.
Sudden cuts from noise equals scary.
January 7th. It's morning now. I can hear tornado sirens.
This feels like fucking Christopher Lee after hearing Linkara's performance.
My office broke. I tried to cover it up as best I could, but there was no way I was staying in there. Fortunately,
Have you any idea of the sound a man makes when he watches the Linkara movie? Because I do.
That's going to be hell to clean up. Unfortunately,
That's my favorite. That's my favorite Christopher Lee story.
It's not freezing like it is outside, but it's not exactly warm.
Okay, so Chris, I want you to do this. So when you get like in this scene, like, have you ever killed a man? I have.
Have you ever killed a man, Peter Jackson? Because I have. I know very well the sound a man makes when he's stabbed in the back.
December 27th.
Would you like to become intimately familiar with it as well, Peter?
Serial number 9X.
You'll excuse me, I have to go perform with my death metal band.
I've made nations cry.
And the skeleton team reported nothing unusual from the life form. It made a few inquiries about where I was, and the team explained about the holiday.
Never use Christopher Lee and Linkara in the same sentence again.
This guy's voice is very distinct. I just can't put my finger on it.
They're attracted to the ultra
I know Linkara is friends with the Team 4-Star crew, so maybe he like.
Oh, maybe.
I think it may be a form of sustenance for them, and in the process of manipulating the field for consumption, they were actually able to alter the transmission to create images.
And that's another instance
I might have heard this in a fucking abridged series before, man.
You think it might be what's his name? That voices.
Like their initial communications, almost akin to a child's drawing.
What's his name? He voices Dr. Giro.
What is somewhat more concerning?
Dr. Giro and like Cooler.
Like tapes. I lost an entire entry this morning because whatever they were doing to manipulate the transmissions affected a tape that was nearby. It is totally garbled. Hello again, my friends. Could you wait a moment? I'm trying to finish something.
Oh.
I know it isn't. We can discuss these things at our scheduled talk at 3 p.m. Very well. As you just overheard, the lifeform's speech has been improving, and it has lasted for longer periods of time each time we communicate.
Why does he talk
Still,
voice to
I'd like to
speech?
put in a request for new insulation and barriers around the test area.
They probably did
Dr.
explain when we
Giroux said
weren't
that the
listening.
experiments with the frequencies affected
I mean, there was the thing in the SIDS commercial that did the voice. So I'm guessing he's using
I'd also like to
that.
start having my reports transcribed in case they accidentally damage more tape recordings.
Scott.
Can you help me with this?
Yes, Dr. Matthews, just a moment.
Hold on. Yep. It's yeah, it's someone. It's Kaiser Neko.
Hey, wait. Is that snow? Who the
Oh.
hell tracks snow down here?
I had a feeling.
December 30th, 1982.
More than anything else, like that makes like they're associated with Link Carlin. And like I don't trust any of you. That's one of the reasons why I unsubscribed to them a long while back.
Yeah, I fucking knew I remembered your
growing
goddamn
increasingly
voice.
concerned about the life forms. This morning, they were able to somehow spontaneously generate
Like what's his
small
name?
amounts of snow
Lampino's the
on
fat
other
one,
side
right?
of the lab. We think they somehow took the water molecules in the air.
Like I think he's the one that voices Vegeta, and like he was in the Linkar movie.
Inside it.
Oh.
And I remember thinking that he was the only good performance, and then I watched it back. Like, no, he's in some areas worse than everyone else.
I strongly insist on expediting the
And I think it's one of those things where voice acting skill does not necessarily translate to like on-screen like acting.
Yes.
Yeah, like he's doing a fine job here, but that's like because it's basically a voice performance, and he's been a voice actor since fucking God, whenever the hell Dragon Ball Z Abridged started.
Serial number 9X. Look, is this really necessary?
I told you, Chandra, just put it all in the report.
So how are we finding this
And that's
movie?
and that's Linkara.
It's concerning you about this project.
Dr. Simmons, this is not
So how are we
a
finding this
tiny
movie?
little
We don't
thing.
care for it, to
You've
say the
seen the
least.
same things
No,
I have.
it's bad.
No, Dr. Chandra, it's not dangerous.
They're projecting it out everywhere in the lab.
But it hasn't been able to go past the lab now, has
It's
it?
not just that. Look, a few days ago, I got a question.
I'm very glad we're almost done with this.
What is God?
No, but Psycho X has a
I tried
list,
to answer
doesn't he?
them, but they've been quiet until this morning.
That's
You know
when
what
I
they
voiced
finally
Goku, I
said to
think.
me after all that time? It is we.
Well, their opinions of themselves are about to take a rather big hit when all that snow melts.
True, yes, but the snow can do other things too.
What do you mean?
After the message, I took a closer look at the snow near the incubation chamber. The shape and look of it were crude, but unmistakable. It was my face, Dr. Simmons. They were imitating my face in the
I
snow.
was frozen today.
Trying to say that these things are dangerous?
Who's Simmons? Let me
Yes,
see.
yes,
Martin
damn it. I'm
Bellini?
saying that these things want to be us.
Oh no. Yeah, that's another Abridged actor.
Oh, is it?
Oh,
What the
this.
hell does it mean by...
This is way
Who's Carl? Let me see Carl too.
Fuck the blizzard.
Carl.
Fuck the police coming straight from the underground.
Might have some evidence to prove this.
Carl.
Okay, this guy. I get he has been in a few professional work. That's mostly anime stuff.
I hope your car's got gas. Mine's almost out. Help me pack this up. And
Again, just like these anime voice actors, it's like, yeah, they sound like they're actually trying.
I don't think your brother was directly involved.
It's not too hard to like wrap my head around like
There's no way to say this.
yeah, because he's friends with people who are friends with people in the industry. You know what I mean?
Darcy, why are you just
I
standing?
don't know. They might be his friends
Thanks
too.
for
I
the
don't
help,
know.
bud. Thanks for the help, bud.
Shit!
Is this supposed to be that SCP that like kills you and like repeats what you like last said? Because it's not as effective. Because you know that one was
A big enough parrot could do that.
No, but like that one at the very least works because like the thing that made it unsettling is that it cries out like the last words I hear is like, "Who is that? Stay back!" Like you know, their last words before they suddenly get killed. And like the fact that you're hearing someone plead for help as it's like coming at you is unsettling.
Snowplows and salting vehicles are currently working to clear the roads, and it's considered
Assaulting
dangerous to
vehicles.
drive in these
Oh, you said salting vehicles.
We are expecting a whopping
We're gonna fight the snow with
and the less
napalm.
people there are on the roads, the easier it will be for emergency services
We got
to
the
get
spooky
around and
noise
do their
again.
jobs. Fawn Circle
We got the
is expected to get hit
skeleton.
particularly
He
hard,
thought that looked
so if you're not
scary.
home already, please hole up in whatever shelter you can find and try to ride out the storm.
Oh, now we're being local 58.
We will return you to our
What was the-
programming in the
Go-
morning.
go- go outside, look at the
Weather warning
moon.
display on the bottom of your screen until the current emergency is.
These snowmen really know how to like get around, don't they?
They really do get around despite not having legs.
Maybe they're like snow slug people, like Snow Jabba the Hutt, where they just like have a trail of snow slime.
We're sorry to interrupt. We're sorry to interrupt. Leave your current location. Step
Yeah, wow, that
outside.
is straight up Local
Returning
58.
to the snow.
Is that on? Can I find that online?
Shelter.
Yeah.
I really want to watch it now.
Step
Yeah, it's got its own
outside.
YouTube channel.
Tonight, the storm is coming for you.
No, don't you start, mister. No, my cat is meowing. Oh no.
Oh no.
He's so spooked. He's so scared by the snow. Don't worry. Snow's not real. It can't hurt you.
This thing has enough juice to last a bit for now.
See, I'm allowed to say that because I live in
My car's
California.
completely buried in the snow, and I have no
I'm
idea
allowed to
where
say
it's
that because
going.
I'm black and I have that privilege.
How did you know?
We don't believe in snow. There's no snow
Don't believe in
Africa.
snow skins.
Walking for as long as
I see what you did there.
Like white people.
someone
See, I thought you were talking about Elder Scrolls. I don't even know. We were having two separate conversations, it seems like.
find someone else.
Oh.
If I start randomly pounding
Stop it. What are you winking at me for?
help,
The fuck are you purring about, bitch?
and frankly, it'll also
You ain't got nothing to be happy about. Your life is in danger, don't you know? The snow's coming for you. Stop purring. Stop blinking at me.
And he walks through the snow for 5 minutes and nothing happens until the last 20 seconds.
If I don't get 10 likes on this video, I'm gonna take this here cat and I'm gonna put him outside my door.
If I don't get 10 likes on this video, I'm gonna fucking shoot myself and make you watch.
Stop. I'm trying to pay attention to spooky analog horror, man. Stop being cute. Distracting me.
Cats are way better than analog horror.
What about an analog horror about cats?
Maybe. I don't know how that would work.
Again, like, yeah, you see, like, oh, there's so much urgency, you hear the fucking sirens, and I get, that's kind of how it would be in real life, like, you would see life still goes on, even, like, during times like that, but, like, the bright lights in the distance where people are just, like, chilling in their homes because they're not a part of this fucking project.
Excuse me, do you think you can turn off your lights? Ah.
Oh god, I forgot about this! Well, watch this. He got bored
I
by
am hungry.
He got bored by the snowman.
Oh god.
Oh man, I watching Jacob's video, that made me laugh so hard. Like,
Good lord, man.
Several serial survivors were found, but none were directly involved in the recovered footage.
The severity of the storm. Yeah, there was a bad storm, but it only happened to the really. What?
Yeah, there are people online with hundreds and thousands of views espousing about how great this is.
Yeah, this was awful.
Which leads me to believe, and I hate saying this because it sounds very cynical, and it sounds like I'm taking a direct jab at Lewis. That's not my intention with what I'm about to say. If this is held up as an example of great analog horror, then analog horror probably isn't worth me watching it.
No, like, I genuinely think that there's like a serious analog horror brain rot where it's just like, people will see the shitty fucking tropes that are just all over the place and they're just like, bam, that's instantly good.
Nick Landis. Is that like related to like Max Landis or just like coincidence?
I don't know.
Oh, the monsters in question marks. Like, what movie that did that? Was it like the first Halloween film?
I think it was Jurassic Park that did that.
Can you back up? Stop staring at me with them big old eyes, mister. I'm trying to pay attention. The movie's over, but I still need to let the fear that I've taken in resonate with me.
I know, I have to shake all the spooks out of me.
He's just staring at me. Menacingly. Analog horror creators, my Patreon supporters, viewers like you. Which analog horror creators?
Oh my god, it's the fourth wall where bad comics burn.
Is a light bringer burning over there?
The light bringer.
You said where bad comics burn. Season's greetings. The Widow Drama Boy, Mr. Magoo's Christmas Stew, Drowning Us, Open Your Windows,
Scary Text.
Aurora's Forever. Yeah, we'll watch to the end. This is like the Marvel's post-credit scene. I know he's a comic guy. Yeah, that was fucking terrible.
Oh, Jesus.
And I do feel somewhat guilty because, like, again, we were talking over a lot of it and we weren't really like paying attention. But you gave us no.
Could we?
Yeah, exactly. You gave us no incentive within the performances, with anything that was happening on the screen, to engage with the work and want to know what was going on.
It starts off on such a sour note too, like with the fucking basically Channel Awesome skit of the fucking two goobers being buried, and then the weird ass voice acting where I swear to God every single character is being voiced by Linkara, and then it's just like, and then it gets into the super dry shit where it's just talking and talking and talking and fuck, dude.
Like
this did not need to be an hour long.
No, it didn't need to exist at all. Like it really hammers home one of the things that I've always had issue with Linkara, and this is not specific to him. This is an issue that I think a lot of people tend to have when they're branching into a new field. Like I do internet reviews, and whether or not you think that he's good at it is subjective. I used to be a fan of it, so I can say that there was something that hooked me initially, but
even if it's just down to the concept, like, hey, someone doing nostalgia critic stuff for like comic books, that's a hook.
Yeah, but the skills,
not a lot of people are doing that.
The skill sets you have for this specific area that you are, I guess you can say that you're honed in. You've honed your skills for this specific demographic, and you think that those skills will effortlessly translate to the silver screen or translate to this specific different type of medium. But as we saw, like you said, the initial start of the film was like those people like talking like desperation is like, again, like I can't look at that and see like, yeah, that is, those are internet
like that's
reviewers.
Real. No, that's they're just goobers behind a fucking camera.
Like that's the best.
The illusion has not been sold.
That's the best you can do. Like I hate the kind of hubris that he has. Like it's gonna be easy. And the things that, like, have you ever looked about behind the scenes of the Channel Awesome, not the Channel Awesome movie, the same difference really, but no, I can't say that because no Channel Awesome movie, even To Boldly Flee, was as bad as the Atop the Fourth Wall movie. I mean that.
Oh God.
I mean that sincerely. I mean that with every fucking fiber of my being. The Atop the Fourth Wall movie was fucking hot dog shit because as bad as that was, as all the Channel Awesome shit was, at least they didn't take themselves seriously. And they didn't expect to sell you as Linkara as a legitimate badass with a compelling, like, arc. But, okay, so, what was I saying?
Like he made an angry god blink, and then he froze.
He butchered that line so bad. Like, that was, for people who don't know, that was from an animated Batman film or Justice League film when he's talking to his Mirror Universe counterpart, Owlman. He says, we both stared into the abyss, but the difference is when it stared back, you blinked. And the meaning behind that is that we both went through the same thing and you cracked and gave into nihilism. And I didn't. That was the meaning of that line. Linkara takes that like, I stared into the abyss, and when the abyss stared back, I was so badass it flinched when I like flexed at it.
He makes it sound kind of like almost one of those sort of later seasons Doctor Who speeches where the Doctor just talks about what a fucking awesome badass he is.
Oh my God, that's a perfect analogy. Well, no, that would also. Well, I could see Linkara doing it because he. Remember there was that scene where he apologizes to the crew and apologizes to Mars Girl and whatnot, and
I think so.
I think he's like. He wanted that scene because he wanted his character apologizing to a woman. Like, and the thing he's apologizing for is bullshit. Like, yeah, I have within the context of the movie, I have a spaceship I fought these people for. I know how my fucking ship works. You can't come. You're internet reviewers. Fuck off. And then so like, and he's like, well, you know, when you guys came aboard, I kind of took the role as captain, and I feel bad. Like, why are you apologizing for doing the most common sense thing?
It's your ship, dumbass.
But he wanted to show how good of an ally he is, so he had to apologize. Time to watch.
Women deserve better.
Not Mars
Even
Girl.
when they don't.
He was apologizing to Mars Girl specifically. No, that's. So let's give our final thoughts, because I know you got somewhere to be. You got to prepare. Get some food in you, especially, man.
Oh, absolutely. I need to get some fucking food in me.
So, Linkara, you are not as smart as you think you are. You are not as talented as you think you are when it comes to writing or directing. And I'm not the person to tell you this, because I'm obviously biased. I don't like you. And I never will like you. Well, I don't know. Maybe like down the line you'll pull your head out of your fucking ass. But you need to fucking humble yourself. This shit doesn't fly. This is hot dog water boiled in a bucket of piss underneath a campfire. And you sold it to me and told me it was like lemonade.
Yeah, it was just like so much longer than it needed to be, so much more than it needed to be. Like, there's just so much of it, and it's like everything that's in it detracts from what it could be, I guess. Which is a very roundabout way of saying this was bad.
Well, when you say like what it could have been, like I think you're talking about like the cold isolation type horror that I like.
Yeah, you could like. I mean, basically, that's just the thing, right? That's what we're going for here. We're going for the fucking thing.
Yeah, but snowmen.
Yeah, but like analog horror, but it's the thing. That works. I can work with that. Not with snowmen, but that could work.
I felt that way with because you talked about like how the Jurassic Park analog horror. We'll cover that at another time. I've never heard about it, but I was surprised to find out that it existed.
There's so many of them.
You and I both agree that a found footage type of like Jurassic Park movie, like that actually really sounds like an interesting idea.
Yeah, absolutely. Like the isolation of the island, just all these like basically monsters running around. Like it has a lot of potential. But like they do the same fucking thing with every single video, and it's so hilarious and it's so bad.
So if I want to give an example of a good found footage type, well, let me just show you real quick the Walton Files. That's the only real analog horror thing I've ever really gotten into myself personally.
Mm-hmm.
But there was one thing I remember, because like that repeating line thing to like incite fear in people. It didn't work here, but it worked a little bit here in the Walton Files. Let me see if I can find it. Cause I think they deleted the first episode. I think it was in the first episode. I can't remember.
And then you froze.
I should have capped out the stream with that. I feel bad now. Hold on, not that one. I think it was in 2. It's been a long time since I watched. This is 3 years old now. Why is time going so fast? Why are you doing this to me, Fish? You personally.
I did it. It was my fault.
You and your fucking time device. I told you to turn it off.
I don't know. It's funny. I like it. I like having it on.
You like having it on. It doesn't really do anything for me, but you know, I like the sound it makes.
It's funny.
It makes a really like a nice peeing noise when it like ages someone until they die.
Yeah.
Hold on, where is it?
Hello.
Hold on, here it is.
The rabbit is starving. But it's unsuccessful.
It's just someone repeating the rabbit is starving over and over again.
I'm starving.
The mighty rabbit must get out.
Well, you should have thought about that before you agreed to be on my stream selflessly.
I should have thought about that. You're right.
The mighty rabbit needs to get out. The rabbit is starving.
I'll just play the audio.
The rabbit is starving. 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 Is starving. Is starving. Is starving. Is starving. Is starving.
Like that wasn't like the pinnacle of like horror right there, but I thought it was at least it was more interesting than what Linkara did with like, it's gonna repeat like, hey, come over here. Hey, come over here. Hey, come over here.
I mean, I get what it's going for, and that it's trying to like lure people in or whatever.
But
It's just like
the only reason that worked is because they were fucking stupid. Like, why are you're in the middle of an empty fucking parking lot and you just hear like a voice that sounds right next to your ear. You don't see anyone around you, and it's like, oh, I gotta follow them. I need to help them, and and again, it sounds like a tape recorder because like repeating the exact same tone and cadence.
I need to help them because this might be a woman in need.
And I am the man with the plan and the fedora. I don't know. The joke is that he's
in need of assistance. I'm going into my fucking Dr. Poindexter voice there.
You keep him out of this. He's a precious little cinnamon bun, and he died a man.
He died a virgin.
You know how like that last stand was the most badass thing that you did on the entire run.
Absolutely.
So I think that's it for now. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream, and let me see if I could. I need to find something to cap this off, like some song of some kind. You didn't hear it, but I played the theme song for Y2K. Yeek.
Oh god.
I mean it unironically. I really do like the soundtrack to that. It's one of the high points of it. Yeah. There's not that many. There's gotta be some. Oh god, fucking my rig. Stop.
Your rig?
You took over my Computron again.
Oh no.
You're just really responsible for a lot of the things that happened to me recently. Like, first your aging device. Now you're hacking my computer to open windows that I accidentally clicked.
Yeah, it's funny.
What? I don't understand the humor. I don't understand. What do you get out of this?
You're suffering.
That can't be all that you want. I'll give you $10 to stop.
No.
Oh. I think I'm just gonna end it. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the scream, our screams of terror as we watch this.
Snowman.
I think that's it. Bye-bye.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a wonderful day.
Fuck these dumbass motherfuckers.
Those stupid motherfuckers in the comments.
Oh, we could have read the comments of this. But like, what else? What would you expect? It's like mostly just like, oh, this is such a good video, Lois. Ow.
Ow, my back.
Okay, you're gonna end the stream now.
I'm gonna need to stand up and stretch or something.
Yeah, especially after the fucking, you're gonna be like, you're gonna be like there for hours.